My name is Jacey Vore. I'm a level 10 gymnast at JPAC, and I've been doing this sport for about 11 years now. My brother had a birthday party at a gym, and I went and I started flipping around everywhere, and I fell in love. And I also used to climb up on the counters and in the pantry, and my mom would like freak out, so she just put me in it. It's just the fun aspect of it. There's nothing really else like it out in the world, so it's a super unique sport, and I mean, you get to fly, so it's pretty cool. First gym, I remember doing my first kip ever, and then I looked down and my hand was like covered in blood, and I had got my first rip, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I think I was like 6 maybe, and they actually had a concession stand at the gym, and they were selling snow cones. So for some reason I decided to put a snow cone on my hand because I thought that it would heal the rip, and then it never stopped bleeding, so that was an interesting first experience for me. I moved to JPAC, I think I was 7, I was like this big, and it was the first, I was there as the first people at the gym whenever it first opened. So, you know, I've kind of grown up here, I love it, they're my family. Jacey and Dave have been with me for, I think, 8 or 9 years now.
Jacey Vore, she's a unicorn. I absolutely love this kid to death. We've had her since we've opened up. She was one of our original team members. And she's just one of those total package kids. I mean, they're so far and few between, where it's the work ethic, it's the attitude, it's the energy in the gym. She's consistent, she's dedicated. You know, it's a great environment. They push us hard, they know when our limits are, and they truly make us into the best gymnasts and people that we can be. Kyle and Autumn came last year. They are super fun people. They definitely bring the energy of the gym up a little bit. Autumn is our, main conditioning coach, and she definitely pushes us, and I'm very grateful for it because, in those floor routines where you're kind of out of breath, conditioning definitely comes into hand. And Kyle is he's so funny. He is one of the most upbeat, energetic people that I've known in my entire life, and he's a great coach too. And I don't know, I can't say enough about them and the energy that they brought into the gym. All of my teammates are like my sisters, and we have so many good memories together in and outside of the gym, and we're always there for each other and have each other's backs. So it's a great environment, and I just love it here so much. I remember level 9 year, I was pretty stressed usually at meets. I did not have any confidence in myself on bars. State meet, I fell 3 times on bars in 1 bar team. Had to come back on beam, got like a 9.5, made it to regionals, and I tied for first at regionals. So that was a pretty big deal for me, learning that I can come back from things like that and believing in myself. So I don't know, I just had to take it meet by meet and routine by routine and learn how to calm down, take a deep breath, and remember all the training that I've done in the gym. I did my level 9 year, did well at nationals, Easterns, and then my next level 10 year I was out with a back injury, so that was kind of hard, not being able to compete, but I think I went to most of the meets and helped move mats and whatnot, so it made me even more hungry to want to be able to be out there competing. The cool thing about that is, it defines a person, is how they come back from their adversities, and she did a great job at it. She did her therapy hard, she worked, she stayed in the gym, she never missed a practice, and she worked through it and did everything she could, and she supported everybody the entire way. So it's nice to have those people that are willing to, stick with it and stick into it, even though they're not, being able to do what they want to do. Sitting out with my back injury for a year really made me a lot more grateful for the sport and the things that I'm allowed to do and able to do. I took a step back. I was like, okay, this is my year to, grow as a person and help my teammates through all the tough times and the mental times, and I think that I got a lot closer with all of my teammates through that, so it was a good year. And then the next year I made it to Gymnastics Cup for the first time, so that was pretty exciting. And then I didn't get to make it to nationals, which was kind of upsetting, but I still got to go as an alternate, so that was pretty cool. And once again, it made me even more hungry to, make it the next year, and that was one of my goals this past year, and I did, so I was super excited. She came out a stronger person. She was more dedicated than ever. She had a lot to prove to herself, and she wanted to prove to herself and everybody that she could come back, and it's exactly what she did. She had a great season. She ended up going to Nastia last year for the first time, and that was fantastic. And then she followed it up again this year. So we're really proud of what she's done as far as, showing, hey, I can dig when I'm down and I can get back up on top. I remember the first meet in my real level 10 season that I was back out. I got like chills after my floor routine because it was just so fun, and I heard all my teammates screaming for me, and it was just like the best experience. I think first year 10 I was kind of just like trying it out, but this past year I was really just, I was there, I was ready, and I knew that, okay, this is fun, this is what I love to do, and I'm just gonna, go into beast mode and try to do all my routines to the best of my ability. And finishing second at Nostia was such an amazing experience. The ceremony was awesome. It just really made me feel like, okay, I'm doing this, I am one of like, I'm worthy of being here, and I made this happen for myself. So I was just really grateful for the experience and for my coaches and teammates who helped me get there. I remember in the few weeks leading up to nationals, we were talking a lot about details in the gym and, focusing on the details, making it as perfect as we can, because we've been doing the routines for the whole year leading up to it. So just really taking a step back and being like, okay, I've done these routines so many times. This is one last time that we get to compete it. So just enjoying the moment and being in the present and, just learning from the experience and taking it all in. So it was super cool. I was so excited and I had a great time. We started on beam. Our leader hit a super great beam set, and that carried the motivation and the energy into the next few sets. I think I was like fourth, so I was kind of in the middle, and I was like, okay, everybody's doing good. I want to hit for my team. I want to hit for myself. So I got up there. I just took a deep breath, did all of my skills, and it was a pretty decent beam set. We went to floor. I was a little bit energetic on my second pass, over-rotated a little bit on the first flip, but my other passes were good, and then vault was, normal. I just did my vault and tried to pay attention to the landing as much as I could, and then bars, I put my double layout in at the end of the routine, so that was super cool to get to compete that in front of all the college coaches and do it for my team. It was super cool being the champions. I think junior Ds and senior Ds were both champions, so, having Region 5 take over that age group, and I just remember all of us being like, okay, we did it together, we did it for each other, and we were super close as a team. All of our, the girls were, we learned a lot about each other, and it was a lot of fun just getting to be able to do it with them and, the girls that you grew a bond with over the weekend. It was super cool to represent Region 5 on a national level, just because it makes you really feel like you're a part of something rather than just, you being your individual gymnast. And, you have someone to lean on, you're doing it as a team, so, if you make a mistake or someone else makes a mistake, you can pick them back up, and it's a really good team dynamic, and it's just super fun. Region 5 is the best region, so it was a lot of fun. I'm looking to put some upgrades in this next coming year. I'm doing a double Rebound on floor, maybe a double back on beam, 1.5 on vault, and I think a Maloney on bars. We're seeing how that will go. So that's super exciting. I'm really excited to be able to keep up with the big dogs of the sport.
So, if the pieces just keep going the way they are, she's going to build right into where she needs to be when it's time to move into college.
It's definitely taught me so many life lessons that I am so grateful for. I don't think that I would be nearly as hardworking and disciplined in school as I am now because of gymnastics.
She does it her way for her. It's not about what everybody's doing and what's the trend or whatever. She's an individual. And man, I think individuals are hard to find. And that's something I really respect about her. So I'd say individuality is something that really makes me proud of her, and as a characteristic, I would say that really defines her.